Again, like I said, that's how big it was. That's how much they were hyping this son of a gun up. The fact that they were saying, hey, here's our pilot movie. Why not show it for 1 or 2 nights, or maybe the weekend only, in theaters, to give people a taste of how big and how important and how huge this new show is going to be. And it proved to be just that. Because it became, as when DVDs finally got made, it became one of the first Disney DVDs, one of the first Disney afternoon shows that ever got DVD releases. It got a special 10th anniversary release, it got a volume 2, it got a season 2 volume 1, and it now got a volume 2. Ooh, to season 2. And the special features they showed on volume 1 and I think volume 2 indicate how big the goggles have became, and even to this day fans still like them. As a matter of fact, with Boom Studios, and I think another studio before them, a few years ago, published new gargoyle comics. You have gargoyle conventions. You have gargoyle conventions up in Canada. That's how big this was. And it's one of those Disney afternoon shows that's still being talked about as possibly getting a theatrical live-action release. And you know what? It needs to get one. Because I guarantee you, with Disney behind it, if Disney can do and continuously do Pirates of the Caribbean movies, then I think they can do a Gargoyles movie. Now, of course, 1995 proved to be sort of a down year. Now, they didn't really release anything new. Except, okay, they did release some things new. Now, just like Aladdin and Little Mermaid, CBS still had the licensing to air any Disney show based on a movie. So what did Disney do? Disney went and gave them Timon and Pumbaa, which at the same time aired on Disney Afternoon. That's right, Disney Afternoon had Timon and Pumbaa. But if you think that's bad, and it wasn't. Timon and Pumbaa were fun. But if you think that's kind of sad, that they would only have that show in 1995 instead of maybe having 2 like they did the year before. The show that they had come out alongside Timon and Pumbaa, I consider probably the worst thing Disney could have ever done. Some people can fart and piss and crap on the other 2 I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But when Disney did this show, I gave it a chance. It just wasn't worth it. Snookums and Meat. Snookums and Meat was basically Disney's answer to Ren and Stimpy. And you know what? It failed. Because nobody, unless you're a true diehard Disney Afternoon fan, remembers that show. Nobody. It was that bad. It's not even replayed anymore. I tell you, when Toon Disney did their stuff, I think they may have replayed Snookums and Meat, but not as long as they replayed every other Disney Afternoon show. Snookums and Meat, I think, didn't even last that long. It was that bad. And all Disney was trying to do was get their answer to Ren and Stimpy. That's all they were doing. Now, of course, Gargoyles helped them out, though, in 1995, providing them with another season, a new season of adventures and story arcs and stuff like that. And it really proved to be the savior for them. It really did. It really proved to help keep Disney Afternoon afloat. For Disney Afternoon afloat for Walt Disney Television Animation. But 1995 I look at 95 as sort of being a low point for Walt Disney Disney television animation because the only real hit you had, besides maybe Timon and Pumbaa, the real one that really stuck out in people's mind was Gargoyles, and that was it. Now, speaking of Gargoyles, in 1996, Disney would try to capitalize on the Gargoyles' success. You see, just like the previous few years, they had released 2 new shows a year. Sometimes one of the shows would be on Saturday mornings and on syndication. Of course, one of those shows that I'm talking about, I like personally. I don't know about anybody else, but I like personally. And that was The Mighty Ducks. I really liked the show. I really did. I liked it because it had that gargoyle feel in a sense. It was an action adventure series. It had that gargoyle-like feel, but you knew it wasn't as dark as Gargoyles. In other words, it was more like, I guess you could say it was more in between what SWAT Cats and Ninja Turtles was. That's how I look at it. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny at times. I thought it was good. You know, there's nothing wrong you can say about it. And it actually had a finale, just like Gargoyles did. Yeah, it only lasted 1 season in both syndication and Saturday mornings, but you know what? It was still worth it. Now, the other show they aired at that time they debuted at that same time was Quack Pack. Now, Quack Pack, of course, has its critics. And I gave it a chance. I thought it was okay. I liked the fact that they reimagined the characters, all characters, for a new generation. You know, basically grew them up a little bit. I do respect the fact that they tried to target that new age range by making Huey, Dewey, and Louie grow up a little bit into teenagers. I do respect the fact that they tried to modernize Daisy by giving her more of a 90s-like style. So I'll give them that. And I thought some of the episodes were nice. I really did. I mean, one of my favorite episodes out of Quack Pack, as crazy as it sounds, is when they encounter this crazed-like army sergeant, and all of them are getting captured. And one of the things that was always consistent about this, one of the ongoing jokes about this series was anytime Daisy was left alone, if you will, to probably pick up the slack or be the one that had to bail them out, most of the time you saw Huey, Dewey, Louie, and even Donald going like, we're screwed. And like I said, the one episode I liked was you had this scene to where she's basically pretending, trying to disguise herself, or not disguise herself, but pretend she's this different person to kind of get some info out of this crazed sergeant guy. So basically, after she tells Donald and the boys, hey, I'll be back for you, I'll let you out as soon as I can, you have, I think it was Huey, Dewey, Louie, I think it was Louie, basically raises his hand and says, raise of hands, how many think we're doomed? And you have Donald, Huey, and Dewey basically raising their hands, and Louie's like, it's unanimous. And then there's another part later on where Daisy's starting to blame herself for them all getting captured. She goes like, I can't believe I got about this. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I was this. I can't believe I'm so stupid. And then she's looking around, and because she's tied up with Donald and with Donald and his nephews. After she says all this, kind of like blaming herself, saying, "No, I can't believe I felt so cynical, so stupid." And then she's looking around like she's hoping someone will disagree with her, and then she's like, I can't believe no one's disagreeing with me. I mean, I love that. And Cat Sushi being her voice there, phenomenal. Just phenomenal job. Really good. And I thought it was all right. I thought the show was good. Now, of course, the following year sort of was the beginning of the end for Disney Afternoon. Disney Afternoon officially, in the eyes of many, ended in 1996. 1997 marked the debut of its spin-off series. A spin-off block that aired on ABC called ABC's One Saturday Morning. Now this had a Disney afternoon-like feel, but for Saturday mornings. And it introduced us to a lot of series at that time. We had Recess, we had Pepper Ann, we had Lloyd in Space. I think Doug had just come on board from Nickelodeon. We had all these shows coming all on at once, and it was great. And another show that came on about that time was one I actually liked as well. And that was 101 Dalmatians. Now, I did watch the classic movie. I will be buying the classic animated film on Blu-ray when it comes out, as well as I watched the live-action film and got a kick out of it. So I gave the series a shot, and I liked it. I really did. I liked the fact that just like the other series before it had an actual finale. It did. It had an actual finale, a 3-part finale, believe it or not, in what was called Dearly Vacation or something like that. And it was a great show, in my opinion. And just like previously, it was aired on Saturday mornings and on syndication. So it worked out because you had syndicated exclusive episodes and you had ABC exclusive episodes. One of my personal favorites on ABC was when they did those, because one thing about 101 Dalmatians is they would give you 30-minute shorts. I mean, not 30-minute shorts, they would give you full-fledged 30-minute episodes and adventures. But they would also give you, at times, every now and then, they would give you episodes that split into 2 11-minute shorts. One for Saturday mornings. I mean, one, basically, sometimes, like I said, you would get a variety of full-fledged 30-minute adventures episodes. And sometimes you would get episodes that were 30 minutes but split down the middle to have 2 animated shorts. And one of the shorts that I liked that came out of that, which aired on Saturday mornings, was Love 'Em, and Fleet 'Em. That was one of the episodes that came out, in my opinion, that I liked. And why did I like it? How about the fact that as soon as I saw that title, I said, it's going to involve Lucky and Tuto. And it did. It really did. But of course, 101 Dalmatians, Recess, Pepper Ann, Lloyd in Space, all these shows that came out at the same time in '97 would not be the end. One Saturday morning would also gain another show in '98, along with a spin-off block called 1-2 on Sunday mornings, in Hercules, which was based on the Hercules movie, and was basically like a midquel series to the movie. It also allowed Hercules in this series to cross over with Aladdin, in an episode called Hercules in the Arabian Night, which I thought was really cool. That was really, really cool, really ingenious to do that. And again, like I said, they just kept going and going and going with these shows. You had The Weekenders, which I thought was a good show. I really did like The Weekenders. And then, of course, we got Mickey's Mouse Works, we got House of Mouse. We got Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. You name it. If you can think of a show, we basically got it. We really did. And to me, that's what Walt Disney Television Animation has done in the 30 years it's been around. In the 30 years it's been around, Walt Disney Animation has given us everything we could ever hope for in an animated series, as well as movies and stuff like that. So to me, I'm always going to be grateful. I really am. But those are my memories. Those are my personal thoughts on the 30 years of Walt Disney Animation, Walt Disney Television Animation. So happy anniversary, Walt Disney Television Animation. Thank you for all the fond memories. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I will talk to you all later.